Hey everybody, I'm Steve.
And Rennie.
And Tommy.
And together
we're Smart Home Rigs.
This week we're going to talk to you about the Wyze Cam V3 Pro. How does it compare against the original V3? Watch this, we'll get right into it.
Introducing the Wyze Cam V3 Pro. With an integrated spotlight and siren. It takes everything you know and love about the Wyze Cam V3 and makes it better. With 2K video, improved two-way audio, faster detection with Edge AI, a brand new user interface, IP65 rated weather resistance. Pick up yours today from Wyze.
Wyze Cam Pro's here. Ooh, look at that. I backed the Wyze Cam V3 Pro. And what you get inside is the quick start guide, plug, cable, metal disc with the 3M tape, or screws depending on how you wish to mount this. Same exact shape as the V3, only look at that new sexiness. 4 megapixel f16 2.8 millimeter lens and an integrated spotlight built in. This works the same as the other V3 in that it has a little manage screw right here, cable management in the back here, but the one main difference is the original V3 had a cable permanently attached to it. The new one doesn't. So if you want this one to work outdoors, and it will, it's IP65 rated, but you'll need to get the outdoor adapter. And we did a video about that. We'll put a link to it right up here. But this one has a thicker silicone end on it. On the back here, which will plug into the back here, creating a seal, which will get you that watertight seal. That lens is sexy as all get out. Comparatively speaking, this one has 2 sensors here. This one has 3 going around it, and then has the light up top. But as far as the footprint goes, it's about the same. And likewise, you can take the base off if you want to mount yours on the quarter thread, or use the window mount, which is why this one doesn't have a base. This one is the one that I mount in my window. So there's no need for the base because it's suction cupped using that little window block. But this has a little screw right here. Underneath there is a quarter 20. And over here is where you put your SD card. Here's the setup button. All right, let's get this thing set up. A lot of people have been asking if you can just put this camera in your Wyze floodlight, and you can't. And here's why. The power supply for this one requires a 2 amp. I don't know what it is. You know what? I'm going to put the link in the, I'll put a blurb right here on the screen. But this one takes more power. So the plug itself for this one is bigger than the plug of the original one, so you can't use the same one for both, which is why you can't plug this in the floodlight. However, you could put the USB into the side of the or into the back of the floodlight and use this as your secondary camera. All right, so let's get this set up. I'm going to go ahead and plug this in here. We'll go ahead and get our phone out, and then go into the Wyze. Going to go ahead and add a device. Cameras. We're going to go to the V3 Pro. We see the red light. We do see the red light. It's plugged in. Push the base up. Hit the setup button.
Ready to connect.
I heard it.
Connect. QR code scanned. Please wait.
And then you see the red and blue. When it goes into cop mode, that's when it's connecting and configuring.
Setup completed.
Still wish you could just opt out of the Cam Plus, but they make you take the 2 weeks first. And we'll share this maybe later. And of course there's a firmware update. It's a brand new camera. Of course they have already made improvements. That's one thing I will say about Wyze, is they are constantly coming out with bug fixes. These guys never stop working. You can see the little boxes tracking motion. Those tell you where the motion is. I actually don't care for those little boxes, so I usually turn those off. This all looks different here though. You can look at the SD card, take a photo, record, smart focus. That's one of the new beta features. It's got a siren on it, which is super loud. Album, time lapse, and turn the camera off. And you can look at recent events by motion, sound, person, package, pet, or vehicle detection. Those are all part of the Cam Plus. And this one will take up to a 256 gig card. The other ones will take up to 128. So this one actually takes a bigger card as well. Has to be formatted FAT32 though. And let's come in here. Spotlight settings. So this is the spotlight. And this is high. And as you can tell, it is very bright. And now we'll switch it over and take a look at low. Still pretty good. This thing has color night vision with an even better camera that's 2K. So I can't wait to see how it compares to the regular V3, because the V3 is amazing. If you didn't see it in our outdoor power adapter video, I show a comparison of the V2 and the V3 and a couple other cameras as well, Ring and the like. So you can see it's quite a difference with the color night vision. And this one, unlike the V3 had one antenna, the V3 Pro has two antennas, so the Wi-Fi should be stronger connection. And that's about it for the Wyze V3 Pro. And it's fully articulating, so you can mount this plate with its magnet base and then angle it exactly where you want to see. Before we see how the Wyze V3 Pro compares at night using the spotlight as compared to the V3 Pro with the spotlight attachment, let's see how they work in the day.
Uncle Rennie, how do you use yours?
I put mine out here under the overhang because this is the darkest part of my house and there's no lights that really cover this area, so I thought I could use the light from the V3 Pro to light this area up. So we'll see how that works. I'll show you what it looks like in the daytime, and then we'll see what it looks like at night.
For comparison, this is the V3 original camera, and then we'll switch over to the V3 Pro so you can see the difference. Notice the detailing in the brick and the leaves and the trees and how it improves once we switch over to the V3 Pro here. Now this is the V3 Pro. Notice the difference that the 2K camera makes with the detailing that you can pull out of the tree and the bricks and the leaves. You can imagine how much better a facial recognition is going to be with the 2K camera. Even the detailing in the back doesn't get washed away with artifacting. And this is the same Wyze V3 Pro camera at night. This is just with the night vision. No IR lights, no spotlight, just the night vision. But even with that, you can see that starlight sensor doing a great job. This is with just the IR lights on. So again, no spotlight, just the colorless IR lights and the night vision. I turned on the light in the back so you can see how it's pulling more into the starlight sensor. Then we're going to try color night vision. Again, just pulling the light from the backlight there. Now this is the spotlight on low. And then finally the spotlight on high.
Back to you.
Our first comparison is through the window during the day. As we split the screen, you can see the difference in the Pro on the left and the regular V3 on the right. The detailing and the colors are more rich during the day on the V3 Pro. But at night you can see the V3 has a much better starlight sensor. I believe a firmware will fix the ability of tweaking this if Wyze gets on the stick and allows us to do that. But the spotlight appears way brighter than the integrated spotlight. That said, you can see how each one of the lighting attachments will impact the footage. And then once it goes back out, it auto-adjusts that starlight sensor again. Each are impressive in their own way, but I'm excited to see what a future firmware will add to the functionality. All in all, not a bad little camera. They've improved it in just about every way. Aside from the interface being cool and new and having some beta features with the auto zoom feature, which remains to be seen how good that's going to be, I do like the fact that it has an integrated spotlight, so you don't have to pay extra for a spotlight attachment. This means when you hang it upside down, that spotlight's not going to be in its face like it was with the V3. So if you like this camera, maybe you should pick yourself up one.
There's cameras linked in the description, so don't forget to get yourself one.
If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And ding that bell.
If you ding the bell, it'll let you know when we post new videos. Until next time, my name has been Steve.
And Tommy.
And Rennie.
And you guys have been great.
Smart
Home
Home
Rigs,
Rigs,
helping your smart home tech work for you. This week we're going to talk to you about the Wyze Cam V3 Pro Edition. Okay.
I'm better.
Before we show you how we're comparing the... If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.
And
Are you serious right now?
And ding that bell.